Hello and welcome to Type Book. We are Chris and Rose, INTJ and INFJ, and we are cataloging a variety of people based on their Jungian psychological types and their MBTI four-letter abbreviations. Today we are taking a look at the singer Trisha Yearwood. Chris, what does consensus say she is?
They just say ESTJ with 3 votes. That's it.
On the website, but if you just do a search,
on the website,
pretty much ESTJ everywhere else too.
Yep. So it seems quite conclusive, but obviously we disagree, and we're going to use this footage to prompt us intuitively to tell you why. Okay. Plus, 73% of you are not subscribed. Change this, or else. I don't know. But 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, folks. So I've been banned from...
Put that away.
Okay, sorry.
Bang, please. Please put it away.
Thank
you. Please put it away.
Y'all are ganging up on me.
Yeah, hopefully you've gotten it all out.
Out of my system.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay. The tune you just did before the commercial sounds like a song that I've heard a long time ago. What is it about that tune that just... It sounds like, you know, it's been around a long time.
I don't know. A lot of people say that. When we were making the video, one of the guys on the crew came up and said, I love the original version of that song. And I just said, yeah, me too, because it was me. And I didn't tell him that, of course. I was gonna let him
it was the Platters.
Yeah. And I was talking to my mom last night, and a friend of ours, Miss Betty Maxwell, one of my friends back home, said, oh, I courted to that song back in the 50s. And,
oh, wow.
And it would be hard to do. It was written about 2 years ago, I think.
Man. Now, do you just let them go sometimes? I mean, you just let them live in their little fantasy land?
You know, when people ask you things that you know if you correct them, you'll embarrass them, you don't tell them otherwise. I had a woman one time backstage ask me, how do you balance your career and your marriage and your children? And of course, I don't have any children, and I didn't want to make her feel really bad, so I said, well, it's not easy. And she found out later and wrote me a letter and said, I'm just mortified that I said that.
Yeah, here we go. So she's sassy right out of the gate. She's got some sass. ESTP women, they are really sassy. But if you notice, she's sassy, but she's considerate in the FE way, right? She's not going to just go around.
Yeah, she's very well brought up.
And she's not just going to go around telling people, oh, you know, that song was just written, or sorry, but I don't have children. She's considerate in that way, in the FE kind of way. Like she knows in real time that she probably shouldn't say anything to correct these people, that it's better not to do that. She has an awareness, and that's definitely FE.
Yeah, she's better than me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? And then I would realize afterwards. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
That I said, you know, so it's okay. You know, people make mistakes.
You're awfully nice.
Well, you know.
Now you've got a big thing coming up this weekend. Doing is it the closing ceremonies at the Goodwill Games?
Yeah, going up to New York to sing at the Goodwill Games.
What a good thing.
I'm excited. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any gymnastics or anything. I'm just saying.
You sure?
Well, I'm not sure. We'll find out.
I believe you
should.
should.
Not.
I believe maybe you should.
I'm a singer. That's what I do.
Did you do any kind of track or anything in school?
No, I played softball.
Softball?
Yeah.
You have an interesting pastime on the road.
Well, yeah.
I was shocked when I heard this. She plays hockey.
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey? This just shocks me.
Well, it shocks me too.
Doing this?
Well, if you're on the Garth Brooks tour, you end up playing every sport that you never thought you could ever play. And it's kind of like, if you don't go, then, you know, you're a wimp.
Right.
So, of course, when they said they were all going to go play ice hockey, I said, I'll just go back and watch a movie in the hotel. And they were like, Garth, of course, was like, you know.
Oh, you're going.
If you don't, no, that's fine. Don't go. You'll be fine. We'll go play. We'll go do it. If you're not, you know, man enough to go. And I'm like, I'm man enough. I'm there. Yeah. And I went. And
there's the remote control in here.
I knew. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so we put the full pads on.
All right, let's stop.
If you're not man enough to go.
If you're not man.
He's got us sussed out, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's funny that.
It's funny because, like you just mentioned, she's well brought up, and unfortunately, we have already typed her, and it got blocked because of copyright. But if you want to go and look at the Bobby Bones interview of her, she does share how she had like basically like this Mayberry kind of growing up existence, and she had parents who were devoted to one another that stayed married. She lived in a great small town, so she really was brought up very wholesomely. And so, yeah, part of this is upbringing, but it's also, like I said, it does go along with FE kind of thing. If you look at like the Katharine Hepburn version, the ESTP, she was definitely more outspoken. But again, her circumstances were such that she was raised by an incredibly feminist mother, and she was encouraged to speak her mind.
And at the time where this was kicking off too. So.
That's exactly right. And a lot of the interviews that we have of Katharine Hepburn, she's much older, and presumably as an older woman, she probably cares less about what she says. You know, you kind of get more of that freedom as you get older. And here, Trisha Yearwood is a much younger woman. So, but I would definitely recommend checking out that Bobby Bones interview.
3, 2, 1, go.
You can get it back at the end of the show.
Okay.
Full pads, the whole bit. Have never been on ice
Are
skates
you like
ever.
checking guys into the glass
Oh,
and
no,
stuff?
I'm not checking. I'm falling down without anybody touching me. So the first time we went, you know, there's a circle in the middle. I never got out of the circle. I looked like Tim Conway back on the old Carol Burnett show. I was really going slow, like back and forth. Every time the puck would go, I would turn around and try to get to the other side, and I ended up in the circle the whole time. But I've gotten a little bit better.
Does Garth play?
Yeah.
Is he a pretty good hockey player?
No.
No? Okay. Good. You get the opportunity because you have such, well, I don't know why. Here's why I think. No, because you have such a versatile voice. You can sing just about whatever gets in the way. and you got the opportunity to sing with Pavarotti.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Oh,
First of all, describe the catering to me.
We didn't get any. No, I'm kidding. It was, it was in Italy, in his hometown of Modena, which is beautiful. And of course, the food gave new meaning to the word Italian. It was just amazing. It was incredible. He was incredible. We were told before we got there that we were to address him as Maestro.
Maestro?
Yes. And,
like you can't call him by his name? You have to call him Maestro?
Right, stop.
Louis wasn't really, you know.
Right, that's what I need to be addressed as from now on.
Maestro.
Yeah, Maestro. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would be more understanding if she was typed as an ISTP, because she definitely shares that similar sassiness and that quick wit and presence. It's the SETI kind of thing going on. Like, she definitely has that in common with the ISTP female. I mean, they're very quick on their feet.
I mean,
they
we
love a
say
good sparring.
they have a certain energy a lot. That's the difference. Some people want to just apply like quickness to TE and say, yeah, TE, that's what TE is. They're quick. You know, look how quick she is on her feet. She's got response to everything. That's TE. She must be a TE dom because she's so high in this. But it's not. It's like, that can be TE, but it depends. Like, it's how it comes across. And the SE dominant has more of a energetic quick-wittedness rather than a more cold and calculated quick-wittedness. Right. It's difficult to explain, but you can see it and you can feel it when they're compared to each other. You know, go and watch our ESTJ playlists for the females, and you'll understand the differences between the ESTPs.
Well, to me, ESTJ women, pretty much across the board, ones we have typed, I mean, they're all about telling you what they think.
Right.
And I mean, it's not really fun and games as much.
No, it's more banterous for an ESTP.
Yes.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's where can we go next?
Right.
Conversation is delightful.
It's so spontaneous, right? But with the ESTJ, it doesn't seem to be that way.
No. They're there
again,
more
they
to
have
lecture.
an agenda.
They're more like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah, they
want
are.
to talk and say, this is how it is. This is what I think. What do you think? I'm going to tell you why you're wrong or right.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, if you look at like a Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, she just gives it to you, like whether you want to hear it or not. Like she's there to be heard. And
Right.
Trisha Yearwood's there for a fun conversation.
Yeah,
And
she's there for the experience, and
that's right.
someone like Jamie Lee Curtis is there for a debate, you know? Really.
Thank you for sticking with us this far into the video. If you like what we're doing here, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and share this video, as this way of supporting us helps us grow our project at no cost to you. Also, don't forget to check out our playlists, where we have all our recorded videos organized by type. We have an extensive catalog, so have fun using the search bar to look for your favorite public figures.
Before we get back to the video, please take a minute to leave us a comment. What do you think about this type? Does this person remind you of someone? Do you have experience with this type? Feel free to leave your type requests in the comments too. The more requests for a particular person we get, the sooner we will get to typing them.
Thank you for all your support. It means so very much to us.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Not an option.
But he
Did
was
I
very
tell
nice.
You're supposed to refer to me as El Conquistador.
Nan gave me a different name for you, but I guess that. We can think of a lot. Yeah, you can keep that over there. I've got
So, Maestro.
Maestro Pavarotti. It was incredible. I didn't know what it would be like, and his voice when he opens his mouth. I mean, he doesn't need a microphone, you know. And it was just incredible. And I was singing a duet with him.
What did you sing?
We sang "O Come All You Faithful" in Latin. In Italy.
Probably not. So there wasn't a lot of Wabash Cannonball, I'm thinking.
No.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting group of people. It was me and the Spice Girls. And,
Oh, really?
Yes, and Celine Dion and Vanessa Williams and...
I love them Spice Girls, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's an amazing bunch of folks, though.
Yeah, it was, and Stevie Wonder. It was really fun to be there, be a part of it.
Had you ever been to that part of Italy before? I've never been to Italy, period.
No, we played Milan once, and I was on a tour with them in Lou Harris a few years ago, and we were there for one night, played the show, and left, so I didn't get a chance to really see much of Italy at all. So we were there for 4 days this time. I got a chance to go to Venice and have a good time.
Is that where they like paddle everywhere?
I didn't do that.
No?
No.
I'm told that the water that they actually paddle in is pretty nasty.
I don't think you'd really want to swim in it.
No? Okay. Oh, let me hold up all the CDs here.
Please.
This is Where Your Road Leads, folks, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely fabulous.
All right, let's stop. On this channel, we just show you like a brief snapshot in time of a type. But you really want to kind of understand. I think it's beneficial. You're interested in certain people and you've typed them, is to really kind of then do a more deep dive into who they are. You know, so you would think, well, what's an ESTP singer like, you know? And in her case, she doesn't write any of her own music, but she definitely shows there's a cohesiveness in how she puts together albums.
Right.
She is very drawn to songs that tell a story. Like they said at the beginning, they have a timelessness to them. They sound like they're songs that were written a long time ago. And she's known for that. She's known for songs that tell stories.
Yeah, you're right. Like the one you showed me. That reminded me of my country.
Yeah. And so it's interesting to see an ESTP singer. You know, like if we look at like Celine Dion, for instance, she's an ENFJ. She has this very like NI way of bringing an album together where it's like all interconnected. There's a theme runs through her albums.
Yes.
And you know that she has in mind this overarching theme. It's not necessarily stated, but it's felt, it's there. And if you look at Trisha Yearwood's albums, she's doing the same thing to a lesser degree.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think us NI people, we like this sort of conceptual, fabricated kind of
yes, and she
idea
has
behind what we
NI.
do.
She has NI. And she does the same thing as like Celine Dion, but a little bit of a different way. She still does the same thing.
Yes, well, they share all the same functions, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I imagine she might describe it as having like a certain feel or vibe, perhaps.
Yes. And I think this is where bias comes in, where bias is important. If you know your own type, and then you start like looking into this kind of thing, like for me, I tend to really notice this with people who share all of my functions, even if it's not in the same order. I notice fingers that do this, that have the same functions as I do. I see what they're doing.
Yeah,
and I'm not
even if
saying,
they don't see it themselves, really.
Right. Well, I would think that they probably do. I mean, especially over time. You know, they know what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, we definitely see it. Like, we have that vision of, like, oh, we're going to do this. It's going to be this thing, and it's going to feel like this, and it's going to be so,
right.
like, planned. It's going to be perfect in this way, and I've got it all set up, and it's, you know, that's kind of how we think. But I can't imagine Trisha Yearwood would be. She'd be like, yeah, I reckon that's all right. Yeah, I love it. Go. That's what we're doing. It'd be less thoughtful, but more perhaps instinctual.
Right.
More spontaneous.
To support our project, please comment, like, and subscribe. We want to encourage a dialogue in the comments, so substantiated disagreement is welcome. Check out the playlist for this type and our recommended video below. If there's someone you want us to type, please leave a comment for us. Or you can look into our fast track system to find out how you can get your favorite people typed sooner.